Hey everybody, welcome back. Weekly seems pretty straightforward so far. Not in a bad way. Wish I bought the iguana. You ever feel like the iguana just shows up more than the other animals? Be a perfect piggy. I know you're gonna tell me that it has increased weighting mentally for me because of the fact that I don't want it. I also have taken stats 211. I'm familiar with the concept, okay? I don't know what to take here. I mean, to not lose this round, we would take an ant and combine two iguanas. I would rather roll, though, and like, sure, I don't mind, and I roll one more time, and I roll one more time. Yeah, okay. So I think maybe this helps us define our team identity on turn 3 a little bit better. We almost certainly lose this one. I'm hoping that we don't, but the math looks pretty bad. But we're doing this to get our team set up ASAP. Because scaling matters, as we found out. In fact, it might be the only thing that matters. I don't think... It's hard to target the scaling on a tamarin, so I don't know if I see it. A sheep, I think it just tends to be pretty efficient. So for now, on a 2-squad, sure. You can be mad we didn't take the tamarin, but I just don't know... Until we get like a dragonfly or a monkey, I don't really know what a tamarin can do, you know? Like, I don't know how we're going to scale it except buying it foods that in all likelihood are just get halved in efficiency as soon as we purchase them. So, fish will go before sheep, so take one of those. I would not describe myself necessarily as a toucan believer. I would describe myself as the kind of person who would spend 4 gold to get 2 1/1 buffs when a salad is 1 cost cheaper. But hey, it's not so bad. If the iguana lives, we could shoot this bee. We're gonna shoot the bee. Okay. I'm surprised. The iguana has now served its purpose. Second flamingo. Probably say no to that. I know I buffed the sheep. It was kind of... Believe you me? It was kind of on purpose. Believe me, you? There we go. Okay. Roll... Give unfrozen shop pets better stats. You see where I'm going with this one? Do I like anything here? Not really. Sure, actually, I would just add a sheep. I would just freeze a sheep. I know it's not going to get the buff. But then I'm like, okay, there might be a situation where actually if I could just buy some food for the beetle, we could create like a nice little super sheep. But even just to get a level is nice enough. Okay. This seems like a decent team to have an iguana against. I'm feeling it, though, because, like, I don't have a toad. Where's my toad? I'm like Kathy without her Monday morning cup of coffee. You wouldn't like me before I've had my coffee. There's my toad. I don't really want a double salad here, but I'm gonna... Watch me double salad. Now you have more HP, so there's no reason for us to have ever done this. Okay, I think I've learned my lesson. We're gonna pop a toad out there. I don't know what this team does yet, okay? Last round, at this point, we already had like a buffalo. So, we kind of knew what we were doing. It was pretty head empty. We didn't have anything else that really we had that much to worry about. We played the game as it showed up, you know? Probably draw, right? Yeah, we draw. Well, mostly we just bought foods and maybe got a little lucky last time. This time we got to be a little bit more... We got to get ahead of the game. I would love to try to scale a rhino. The toad is going to stay. Honestly, the worst unit we have right now is the iguana and the beetle. And you give +2 health on... I'd rather just buy a food that scales you for 2. So you're going to go first. But, like, don't brag because you're close behind. Good foods have to go to you. And if the toad's sticking, take this. We can afford a loss to get a toad economically more viable. We don't have anything really close to level 3. The iguana's 2 away. That's far enough away. Dude, what do you think about a pineapple on your rhino? Does double damage against tier 1 pets? When did that happen? You could both get sold. We'd get a duck and a bee. It's not that good. It's not good enough. Not without a sell trigger to go along with it. Rhino pineapple seems stupid if it's going to be your principal scaling. Because what you'd actually want to do is have like a rhino with some kind of defensive item. It's just a stronger team, quite frankly. You got me on this one. Like a melon maybe or something, but it would be fun, right? It would be fun if we could get it to pop. Are there any buffing foods in the pack? Any buffs in the chat right now? Okay, we can afford another loss, though I would rather not. Please tell me you're just running horrible units. Not horrible enough, and my toad is dead. That's unfortunate. That didn't really help me as much as it needed to. Please, okay. There's gotta be buffing foods in this. Okay, well, there's one. Get out of here, you stink. Level me anyway. A snake. I could see the snake doing something for us, okay? But I don't think for now, I don't think you put it behind Rhino. I think you put it behind the sheep because it's guaranteed if it doesn't get sniped to do some extra damage. Okay, Capybara, thank you for serving us with dignity. I think we probably go down right now. But if the Rhino starts to pop or the snake starts to pop, they get some good momentum. Hold on. Here we go. Here we go. We didn't chain them. Oh, so the triggers do seem to work slightly differently. But holy cow, never mind. We're going to the moon. Get smoked. Okay, I don't know if we can maintain that kind of momentum, but that felt pretty good. Take some soup. That's good soup. Take one of these. Honestly, the carrot is like too good not to buy, especially with no chocolate. Freeze this son of a gun. Forget the moose for now. We're riding on a different wave, and somehow I'm going big snake. I don't know, because I didn't want to put it on any. I don't want to put it on the rhino because the rhino's already got a pineapple. Even if it's foolish, it's kind of funny. Hold on. This team can do something. You get smoked. You get a little smoked, and then a little chain reaction. A little smoke. A little smoke. A little smoke. And then a little chain reaction. Oh, you're lucky. I mean, you lost, but Toad with the Rhino is feeling kind of cool. You need this. You need this. You need this for sure. And now we need this as a buffing food. I still don't really feel like our Rhino is as strong as it needs to be our anchor tenant on round 11. But when it matches up nicely, I have to admit it does pretty well. Hold on. Can we smoke their Rhino? Easily. We could easily smoke their Rhino. Oh! Thank God. That could have been a draw. Okay, I love it. I love it. Roll me. I love it. Just full buffs on the Rhino, please. Level 2 monkey would also be nice. I'm not getting cocky. Like, I still think we're barely... Like, every team that we go up against has to be pretty much perfectly matched up in a bad way against us in order for us to get them. I'm very scared about this shark. The sheep going down with a stake on it is... I don't think we can beat this team now that I look at them. Oh, that helps. That helps. Holy cow. I think maybe the snake shot on the kangaroo saved us from a draw or a loss. So I'll take that. What I meant to say is all skill. Toad doesn't need the level just yet. Like, permanent buffing foods would be better. You gotta do what you gotta do. Okay. Stake on the monkey would also work, but I'm not a big fan of staking your utility units if you got other options. It tends to... Well, I don't know. We don't need to get into it. It's okay. It's not that big of a deal. We got a little saved there. The snake is not going to be as good as it otherwise could. I do appreciate... Oh, we're dead. I feel like that one could have gone worse, for sure. But I also feel like it could have gone better. We ran into some... I would describe them as suboptimal shops in the mid-game. But that's okay. We navigated it decently, in my opinion. Now, I'll just be honest. This is not my ideal squad. I'd run that, but not be pleased about it. Maybe a bamboozled noob. You, when you buy 3 pigs and realize maybe you can't lose, but you can't win either, it's a great time to have an iguana. Early wins. Like, if I could crack the early game, too. I've been doing pretty badly in, like, rounds 1 through 5. Those early wins mean as much as the late wins, man. This is just for leveling juice. Tackle and fuel. I know how it looks, but I'm just going to buy the horse. There's benefits to a horse having, well, to any unit having more than 1 HP. Hold on. It's still a great time to have an iguana. This one feels more like a draw to me, though. Or does it? Or does it? Or does it? Okay, 2 big wins. Honestly, mostly due to matchups, I think, because the iguana just crushed there. What if we could get a dodo buff to work? We have, like, no unit that has enough HP to warrant the dodo buff. I actually sort of feel like you start to unwind your horse team. That's exactly how I wanted that to go. Let's do it again. I'm not even that mad. We really want the dodo to get stronger, though. I mean, we barely got it already. It's just due to the level up, right? It won for once. It's a loss. Can I tell you, I must be taking a toad too much, because I thought to myself midway through that round, oh, don't worry about it. The toad will weaken them, and then you'll trade, you'll draw. I'll take a level. It could give us a dodo. Didn't give us a dodo. Let's get rid of this iguana. I don't expect it to be good anymore. I would honestly flamingo and get ready to pill. And the horse, like, don't get cocky. You're not long for this world. The only unit on this squad that's Kaiser Permanente right now is the dodo. It needs to hit level 2. It needs to make a hippo pop off or something like that. I'm not even sweating this. Like, this team does not look good right now. It has Las Vegas Golden Knights' favorite player, future considerations backing it up. Okay, one of these. Not what you want to see. You don't really... Look, here's the thing. You're a 5-2, so just, like, be on the team for now. Then roll me. Sell me. Place me. Now, I'll just call it. This would be an insanely good round not to lose. Because being on lethal right now, kind of a bad look. Good, very good. Okay, we didn't lose. That's very nice. We won. That's even better. We need a unit with HP. One of the ways to do that, you get sold. Relax for a second, okay? Start here. You know that's coming. Then roll. Okay, we have a unit with some HP. We don't really want a toad at the front of the line, but you need a toad. So, my hands are tied. Sell me. Sell me. Sell the duck. Buffs the toad. You have to take it. Sell the beaver. Hope to hit the capybara. It's not that bad. Just don't see it. I just don't see it for you. If anything, we need more defense. I'm going to buy a dang salad, man. Okay, now guess who just got promoted to the front of the line again? God is my witness. I mean, like, we need a kangaroo because we can't afford to lose this round, but we need a tamarin to slightly kickstart a unit that we buy. Like, we don't have a good unit yet. And don't take that out of context, okay? Weakness. Saved. I'll take a draw. This team's clawing its way out of the muck right now. I'll take a draw. I do want garlic. It just has to come on a useful unit. Okay, Mantis might be how you have to swing it. No, because your HP is so bad. I mean, like, Dragonfly is scaling. Buffalo is close, too. Okay, I think we start here with the knowledge that Dragonfly is going to buff itself for a minute. And then we're fishing, basically, for a dodo. Which we're minimizing our odds. I didn't want it. Of getting the dodo every time. Because we've got 2 buffaloes frozen. But there's no chocolate and there's no crow in this pack. So it's really a question of, like, do you feel lucky, right? Okay, we're going to get insanely lucky here. And we still could lose. In fact, I think we're still gonna lose. In spite of our luck. Yeah, this team is not it right now. You move to the front. Toad at the back. Now you're at least getting... Yes, you have enough HP to maybe make this worthwhile. There's our dodo, so I do wish I saved the buffaloes. But here's the thing. Like the Oracle said in the Matrix, who knows, man? You remember what the Oracle said, that classic line, would you have ever gotten the dodo if you didn't sell the buffaloes? Okay, leave me here. Wait, you're buffing yourself. They changed the way the dragonfly works. It doesn't buff left to right anymore. I mean, it's different, but it's good different for us right now, even though I think we still just lost. Bigly? Hold on. I mean, that's fine. I'll take my 3. That's horrible. But, I gotta look at the weekly here. Dragonfly. No, 1 pet of each level. Oh, maybe it's random chance now instead of... That would actually free me from the prison of trying to run psycho configurations. Okay, if you gotta run it, you gotta run it. Let me be the unsubtle hats. You see them in public now and then. I draw these. Sure, we had the same stat number, but I was 4-3 and they were 5-2, so I was more balanced, so I probably should have been given the win there. Not everybody's going to agree with that, and honestly, that's okay. Okay, I don't mind this. I used to prioritize spending to the limit. You get a stack of 5 and you get 1 equipment by the end of the second round. Now I prioritize getting that level as soon as possible, and I think it matters. I think the different weeklies incentivize it differently, but I think it tends to matter. You can be as mad as you like to. You have to take it. And I would actually... toucan meat is pretty efficient, man. But you know what? You gotta do what you gotta do. Let's run this level 2 ant instead, perhaps. Maybe you pill it. You just gotta be careful, because what unit even gets the buff? We don't know, right? But look at what this toad has done for us. Holy cow. Bagels and muffins, alai-alai-o. Not that into the tabby cat. We need, more than anything else... I still think a dodo can go. I still think a sheep can go. More than anything else, we need health scaling. And it's hard to come by. Health scaling doesn't really exist because there's no peach. Might not have been the best meat we ever sent out there. Now that I look at, what we're going up against, feel like you could definitely... make a case. Hold on, we won. Never mind. You can make a case where meat would be better applied to a unit with less HP because your ant's probably going to overkill units now, but whatever. Whatever, we're here. Go for it. You're gone. Go for it. If we don't get another dodo, you could persuade me to sell the dodo. Okay, now that we got another dodo, I am going to buy it. We're getting new foods next turn. The foods, my current review of this weekly pack. The weekly seems fun. I'm having a good time. We've not yet reached the part where everybody's running their meta teams and we're getting blown out by the same 2 teams over and over. So I'm having fun. Not every team is running elephant blowfish, which is fantastic news. But the foods suck. Maybe this is a weekly. I'm entertaining the notion. Okay, you got it. I'm entertaining the notion right now, you don't really make sense on this squad, that this might be the sort of weekly where maybe you just buy a bunch of cupcakes. Maybe the foods are so bad in the early game that the best thing that you could possibly do is just cupcake your squad, man. Just you don't have anything else to buy? Guess what? It's cupcake season, baby. Big Dog 320. Big JB 21. God, I wish that were me. Okay, level 3 ant would really help out our dragonfly. Thank you. That's very nice. Now, a shark is just really good. A toad is not going anywhere. Give me the shark on the squad. If he gets the buff, great. If he doesn't get the buff, well, he's getting the buff regardless. So now, Dodo and Ant are getting a buff every turn. And then one of the other level 1 units is getting a buff. It doesn't really matter which level 1 unit's getting the buff. This actually has legs, and I can only hope at this stage of my life, it knows how to use them. Like, this one's not even close. This seems like a kind of team right now that can stomp for a few rounds and then get me overconfident, and then I start spending money inefficiently and it all comes crashing down. Like, let's just scale, man. This whole squad can stay here and just party. Doesn't that sound nice? I'm freezing salads in the late game. It's a bit of a scary thought. Okay, you're just like much worse than a pair, I think. Okay, 2 dragonflies, but it would require us to sell our toad or our shark probably. I'm not willing to do that. I'm unwilling. Not unable. Unwilling. Okay, this hippo's gonna eat me alive. But we're gonna overwrite its garlic. No, we're not. No, but it's not gonna eat us alive either. We're gonna eat it alive. Let's go. Bro, I can't get rid of the toad. I can't. It's too good. I can't get rid of the toad. On the other hand, here I go, yeeting my toad. Going down the... gonna yeet my only toad. I think maybe... Let's put a smile on that face, and let's test the theory that scaling is king right here. You're also, like, pretty valuable. Look, a buffalo fits, okay? And that's all I'm going to say about that. I just like a fox. I think a fox is a fun unit. But how can you argue with these stat points? How can you argue with that amount of stats coming out every turn? Plus, my dream, and you already know this. If you know me, you know this. My dream is to open my own cupcake store in downtown Vancouver. My secondary dream is a level 2 dragonfly, in which case we can actually have a free space here, which is why I'm keeping you frozen. Remember, buy scaling foods that matter. I don't think those are good enough, just to be honest. And similarly, okay, they're all bad, actually, it turns out. Now here, it's so hard to... It's tough, man. Look. Whatever. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Maybe we get one, maybe we don't. Maybe we're on lethal, we decide it's time to cycle those zebras in. But for now, just call me Ray Barone the way I'd be ignoring zebra. Doesn't really work. It's okay. No salads, though? Cows, sure. Okay, I think this is like... We got enough buffs to make it worth it to do this. It makes sense to me. The buffs are going hard. Honestly, you're basically maxed on attack if I give you these. So I don't really... The only reason I buff the dodo is just to give the dodo more HP, actually. Which is also not necessarily a bad idea. I actually feel like a seal makes a ton of sense. Maybe it's a little late, but it seems like you maybe set... Well, at least it seems like for me. I'm setting squads early and then trying to scale them so they don't go gentle into that good night. In that case, a seal's great for that because we're buying a lot of foods. And we're saying things like, oh, this food is not good enough. But hey, if you had a seal, you'd probably be like, it's good enough to give it to the seal because then we get like double efficacy out of it. So I would say, see ya. I would say, buy ya. Like, that's like buying like a pair. Buying this and selling it is like a 2-cost pizza. That's a pretty sick deal. Then, please hit the seal. Thank you so much. Welcome to the squad. Welcome to the squad. And it's just kind of, it's just kind of popping right now. It's just kind of going okay. Holy cow, that's a strong reindeer, though. My squad. My squad. Okay, this is just a great team. To be honest with you, Mr. Voidling, you've constructed a fantastic team. We are on lethal now. Take one of these. We can find better foods. Better foods don't exist. It's fine. We'll go full in on the foods here. I'd love to see some melon armor. That's the main thing I'm going to say. I would just love to see some melon armor. It's a very strong worm. However, that's not too bad. Oh, we're set. We're set here. Big Dog 320. Big JB 21. God, I wish that were me. Now it is. 8 wins. Can a level 1 seal scale us fast enough? I don't know, but a level 2 shark would be helpful. Huge miss. Guess what? Hey, you know what? It benefits our shark, too, to have an extra trigger there, unless we're going up against a big hippo. Holy cow, he ate him. Death touch snake at the back. It's interesting, the snake. That's unfortunate. I think we're still fine. Oh, I know we're still fine. Okay, we got one more. Don't need the dodo. You need to buff a seal to help everybody along. Sure. Honestly, with where I stand here, just take some meat. I think that's as best as we could have done to move the needle for us with 1 round. With 3 gold on lethal, on like winning lethal, whatever you want to call that. Okay, it's highly unfortunate. I don't see me killing a 50-50. Never mind. I see us killing a 50-50. The meat it wasn't necessary, but it looked like it was. So let's go. Okay. And that's the kind of scaling we were able to get out of a level 1 dragonfly and some buy-sell foods like a cow and a zebra. There's something to that, okay? For now, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. See ya.